Hold on to your seats, folks. Doug Christie has just been arrested in one of the most explosive divorces Hollywood has ever seen. But this isn't just about a bitter breakup. Oh no. $300 million in cold, hard cash is on the line, and Doug Christie is in the hot seat, facing allegations that could destroy his entire empire. You think you've seen drama before? You haven't seen anything yet. But here's the million-dollar question. How deep does the scandal really go? Is Doug just the unlucky husband caught in a web of lies? Or is there something far darker at play? Jackie Christie, the woman who's managed to turn every relationship into a soap opera, might just be the mastermind pulling the strings behind the scenes. But what's Doug hiding? Could this be the end of his career? Or is it just the beginning of a much bigger scandal that nobody saw coming? Trust me, you won't want to miss the shocking details we're about to reveal. Is this just the tip of the iceberg? Or is Doug Christie about to take the fall for something way bigger than anyone realized? Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and we're just getting started. It's official. Doug Christie has been arrested. But trust me, this is no ordinary celebrity scandal. This is a bombshell that's about to blow the lid off one of the most explosive divorce cases in Hollywood history. Forget about the typical drama of couples splitting up over money and betrayal. Oh no. This one's about $300 million, a shattered empire, and a whole lot of secrets that have been waiting to explode for years. Doug Christie, once known as a former NBA player and the long-suffering husband to Jackie Christie, has been a fixture of the reality TV world for years. On the surface, they seemed like the ultimate Hollywood power couple, didn't they? The man who used to run the basketball courts, and his fiery, outspoken wife who ruled the small screen as the queen of reality drama. Together, they built a dynasty, flaunted their wealth, and made millions. The Christies were untouchable. But what happens when the world's most invincible-looking couple begins to fall apart? When the cameras stop rolling and the spotlight fades, what's left? That's the story we're here to uncover. Jackie Christie, the woman who's made a career out of her larger-than-life persona, seems to be pulling the strings in a way no one could have predicted. Behind the scenes, Jackie has always been the mastermind of the Christie empire. She was the one who managed the finances, made the decisions, and controlled Doug's public image. On the outside, Doug appeared to be the calm, cool, and collected partner, the guy who smiled for the cameras and took the heat. But what if that image was just a facade? Let's get real here. This divorce case isn't about Doug and Jackie just growing apart. It's about something far darker and far more dangerous than we've been led to believe. Jackie Christie has been the face of their brand for years, but Doug's arrest signals that the cracks in the Christie empire have finally broken wide open. Now, Doug Christie finds himself in the crossfire of a $300 million legal battle, a battle that Jackie, for all her reality TV bravado, may not have been entirely honest about. Was Doug hiding assets? Is there more going on behind this explosive divorce than anyone realizes? And could Jackie Christie actually be the one who's been pulling the strings all along? To understand what's really happening, we need to peel back the layers of this high-profile marriage and look at the dark truths that have been swept under the rug. So let's rewind and break this down. Doug Christie and Jackie Christie were once Hollywood's dream team, the quintessential couple everyone admired. Jackie, with her fiery attitude and no-holds-barred reality TV persona, had a reputation for being the tough boss lady. And Doug, a former NBA player who always seemed to keep a cool head, was the perfect counterbalance to his wife's drama. Together, they formed a partnership that looked unbreakable. They had the perfect marriage, the perfect brand, and the perfect family, or so the world thought. Behind closed doors, however, things weren't nearly as perfect. Rumors have long surrounded the Christies' marriage. Rumors about financial struggles, secret deals, and, of course, Jackie's controlling nature. And it's those rumors that have now come to light in the most dramatic way imaginable. Doug Christie is now sitting in a courtroom, fighting for his life, while his $300 million divorce continues to spiral out of control. But where did it all go wrong? Here's the thing. Jackie Christie isn't as innocent as she's been portrayed. In fact, it seems like she's playing a dangerous game. What if all of this, the public accusations, The demands for $300 million, the fabricated stories, was part of Jackie's master plan. What if Doug was set up to be the fall guy for something much bigger? Doug's legal team certainly seems to think so. They've been working overtime to disprove Jackie's claims. But it's looking more and more like Jackie Christie is pulling the strings behind the scenes. Could this be an elaborate smokescreen? Could Doug Christie have been the target of a larger manipulation? The truth is, this entire case reeks of dirty games. Doug Christie might be facing charges, but Jackie's role in all of this is much more complicated than we're being told. Doug's arrest wasn't just a simple fallout from a divorce. It's the result of years of pent-up frustration, secrets, and mismanagement. Here's where it gets interesting. Jackie's legal strategy is starting to come under intense scrutiny. She's been claiming that Doug has been hiding assets, but what if it's Jackie who's been hiding something even bigger? In fact, there are leaked documents and anonymous sources suggesting that Jackie might be the one with a hidden fortune, assets that she conveniently left out of her financial claims. Could it be that Doug Christie wasn't the one trying to hide his wealth, but instead Jackie was using Doug's name to cover up her own questionable dealings? The walls are closing in on the Christie empire, and it's looking like this $300 million divorce is just the tip of the iceberg. Now, we're not talking about just some wealthy couple trying to split their assets. This is a full-blown scandal threatening to expose years of financial corruption, manipulation, and secret deals. What we're about to uncover is much darker than a simple divorce. This is a story about betrayal, power, and exposing the ugly truths behind the glitzy Hollywood facade. And it gets even juicier. Reports are surfacing that suggest Jackie Christie has been orchestrating a much bigger game, using this divorce to distract from something even more serious. Could she be using the divorce case as a cover-up for something criminal? Could there be under-the-table dealings involving money laundering or illegal financial transactions? We're talking about a woman who's built an empire off her reality TV persona, but could that persona just be a mask for something far more dangerous? Doug Christie might be facing the fallout from this case, but the question remains, is he truly the guilty party, or is he just a scapegoat in a much bigger conspiracy? And here's the real kicker. Doug's arrest has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. But what if it's not just about the money? What if this arrest is part of a larger scheme to bring down not just Doug, but the entire Christie empire? Could Jackie Christie be positioning herself to take control of everything, from the finances to the family name? This case isn't just about a divorce. It's about a legacy that's unraveling at an alarming rate. Doug Christie and Jackie Christie might have once been Hollywood royalty, but it looks like the throne is crumbling, and we're about to see just how deep the scandal really goes. The divorce drama between Doug and Jackie Christie has officially reached insane levels of chaos. What started as a simple marital dispute has turned into a public spectacle that has everyone in Hollywood and beyond talking. So, what's really going on behind the scenes? Are we witnessing the unraveling of a marriage, or is there something far darker hiding in the shadows? Let's start with the basics. Jackie Christie has demanded $300 million in her divorce settlement. $300 million. And you know what? It's not just about splitting up some assets. Oh no, this is a battle for control of an empire. Jackie isn't just going after Doug's money. She's after power. She's after everything. But here's where things start to get really interesting. Rumors are swirling that Jackie is not just some innocent, heartbroken wife. Oh no, folks, she's been playing a game, and she's playing it well. The problem is, her game is starting to backfire. And here's why. Leaked reports and anonymous sources are saying that Jackie is hiding assets of her own, a secret fortune that could make her divorce settlement demands look like pocket change. The more we dig, the more it becomes clear. Jackie Christie isn't just a woman wronged by her husband. She's a master manipulator. And she's been pulling the strings for years. Could Jackie Christie have been setting Doug up this whole time? Could she have been quietly building her own empire, all while making Doug look like the villain? Their reality show of a marriage. Take a moment and think about it. Doug Christie, the guy who has always been known as a good guy in Hollywood, now finds himself in a legal nightmare. But what if Doug was set up? What if Jackie created this whole scandal to shift the spotlight onto Doug, leaving her own skeletons hidden in the closet? It's looking more and more like Jackie is trying to paint herself as the victim while hiding the true story beneath a layer of well-crafted lies. Sources close to the couple have revealed that Jackie's financial dealings are anything but transparent. According to these leaked reports, Jackie has been involved in a series of questionable financial activities, hidden bank accounts, secret investments, and even properties that Doug had no idea about. And remember, Jackie is no stranger to playing dirty. This isn't the first time she's been caught in a web of lies and deceit. Back in the day, she famously manipulated the public into believing she was the perfect wife, while Doug was the bad guy. But now, the tables are turning. We're hearing insider whispers that Jackie has been secretly moving assets into offshore accounts for years, all while pretending to be the heartbroken wife fighting for her rights. But wait, it gets even juicier. Anonymous sources within Doug's legal team have claimed that Jackie's legal battle is nothing more than a smokescreen. The truth? Jackie is trying to distract the public from something far more sinister. Her legal claims and demands for a massive payout are simply a way to cover up her own dirty dealings. It's all part of a plan to secure her position while Doug gets painted as the villain. And don't even get me started on her allegations. Jackie claims Doug is hiding money, right? But what if she's the one hiding everything? Doug's legal team has already uncovered evidence that Jackie was involved in shady business practices before their marriage even began to unravel. Leaked documents show that Jackie had been involved with some less than savory characters, people with questionable reputations. And let's just say, it wasn't just for the lifestyle perks. The public reaction? Well, people are split. Some fans are still riding with Team Jackie, believing her sob story about being wronged by her husband. But a growing number of people are starting to see through her act. The more details leak out, the more it becomes apparent that Jackie might not be as innocent as she's letting on. In fact, some are now calling her the mastermind behind this whole scandal, pulling Doug into her web of lies and manipulating the legal system for her own gain. But here's the part that really gets people talking. Doug Christie isn't backing down. As Jackie tries to paint herself as a victim, Doug's legal team is fighting back harder than ever, exposing the lies Jackie has been telling the public. Doug's lawyers are claiming that Jackie's financial allegations are completely fabricated and that she has been intentionally hiding information to make her divorce claims look more legitimate. The court documents are piling up with evidence of Jackie's secret wealth. And here's where it gets really shocking. It's reported that Jackie Christie's net worth could be just as high, if not higher, than Doug's. Yet she's still demanding $300 million. Some experts are now questioning if Jackie even deserves a cent of that money. Could it be that she's been milking Doug for everything he's got, using their public image as a perfect couple to hide her own financial empire? But the public backlash is growing. The more people find out about Jackie's secret wealth and questionable tactics, the more they're starting to turn on her. The once popular reality star is beginning to look like a manipulative mastermind, using Doug as a pawn in a game she's been playing for years. Social media is exploding with fans and commentators calling Jackie a gold digger and a con artist, with many saying that she's the one who should be facing charges, not Doug. And the drama doesn't stop there. As if the whole situation weren't messy enough, Doug Christie is now considering his own legal action. He's been quiet for a while, trying to let his lawyers handle the case, but the public pressure is mounting, and Doug's getting ready to speak out. Is Doug about to drop a bombshell of his own, revealing that he's been tricked into a scandal of Jackie's making? Could Doug Christie's final showdown be just around the corner? Only time will tell. As the legal battle rages on, one thing is becoming crystal clear. Jackie Christie may have bitten off more than she can chew. The web she's been weaving is starting to unravel, and as the truth comes to light, Doug Christie may just come out on top after all. But will it be too late for Jackie? Will she face the consequences for her lies? Or will she continue to manipulate the system? The game is far from over. And the real question is, who's going to be left standing when all is said and done? The Christie scandal has officially reached unprecedented levels of chaos. And trust me, this is just the beginning. As the divorce battle continues to unfold, It's clear that Doug Christie's arrest was only the start of something much bigger, much darker. The entire Christie empire is teetering on the edge. And now it's not just about money. It's about legacy, reputation, and freedom. What happens when the walls come crashing down? Well, folks, we're about to find out. First things first, Jackie Christie's world is collapsing. After months of painting herself as a heartbroken, wronged wife, Jackie now faces the bitter reality that her game is up. Doug's legal team has struck back, and they've got some shocking revelations to make. The allegations against Jackie are no longer just about hiding money. Oh no, they've escalated to something far worse. Fraud, perjury, and financial manipulation are now front and center in this explosive case. And Jackie is facing the music. Fabricated evidence and her secret wealth could lead to some serious charges. In fact, there's now talk of a criminal investigation into her actions. If those fraud charges stick, Jackie Christie could be looking at more than just a broken marriage. She could be facing jail time. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take a closer look at the legal fallout. The truth is, Doug might have suffered public humiliation during this entire ordeal, but now, he's fighting back with everything he's got. The public perception of Doug is starting to shift. What was once a "he's guilty" narrative is now being challenged by mounting evidence that suggests he was the one wronged. In fact, Doug's legal team is actively pushing for criminal charges against Jackie for deceptive practices, fraud, perjury, and evidence tampering. These are not small offenses. And now, the court of public opinion is starting to realize that Jackie might not be the victim she's made herself out to be. Public opinion is an ever-changing landscape. But when the truth comes out, people turn fast, and it looks like Jackie's facade is starting to crack. What was once a massive fan base cheering her on is now full of skeptics. Those loyal followers who defended Jackie are now starting to ask the hard questions. Was Jackie really the wronged wife? Or was she just trying to pull a fast one on Doug, the public, and